When you stop managing your life, that's when trust aligns. That's when the true joy can just come through. And there's a couple things that I'm going to touch base on today because for those of you who have given away your autonomy in your life, for those of you who have spent the majority of your life just doing what other people told you to do because you didn't know any better, right? And that kind of spilled into your inner work. Yes, you had some autonomy, but you really weren't following your discernment, and you just kind of started to do what everyone told you, which can be helpful. But as you let go of all those routines and rituals, and you start to really get into the discernment of this is for me, that's not for me, this served its purpose, its time is done, or what really happens is you just start to fall in naturally. So there's no real schedule, I have to get up and meditate, or I have to get up and do this exercise program and these movements and say these affirmations, right? This is what you get to do. So you get to instead get up and follow your joy. What is the most joyful thing I want to do right now? I woke up, I feel happy. What do I want to do? I want to color. Maybe you want to do some meditation, but it's your choice, it's your discernment. You're just falling into a natural rhythm of breath. Like this morning, I really was wanted to do some breath work, and it was fun. Not something I had to do to regulate my body. So there's a time and a place for those routines and those rituals and their affirmations. And then there's a time and place for what really fits you and what suits you. And you'll know because you're listening to your intuition now. And that's the intuition that's guiding you in joy. And this is fun. This is what I want to do. This serves me right now. And it's not leading you through. So what can happen with your intuition is that you can have the same voice that sounds like your intuition can actually be a pattern or program running you, right? So you stop managing your life, but you have these old beliefs or patterns that are still trying to manage you. And it sounds like you because it's so familiar. It just sounds just like you. So the way you can discern that is by feeling. Right? Does this really feel like me? You know that part of you that feels like your true self now. You've done that much for yourself that you know who you are. But it can just come in, and we can, I see a little comment here. I'll have to read that after a while. Start to see, because if it feels like it's guilting you into doing it or shaming you into doing it, right? You really should, you better. That's the right thing to do. Those are things that are most likely patterns and programs and old beliefs that are just so familiar, but it just sounds so much like you because you've been doing it for so long, right? So, but if it just sounds like your fun self, this is a blast, yeah, I want to do that, that's your intuition, and you feel it, right? You just feel it. And the more you allow that, the more you let go of having to do it the way somebody has told you to do it rather than the way that feels like you, the more you actually feel like you. So I want you to just kind of start to sit into where are you still managing your life? Where does it feel like you're actually getting into being self-led, using your discernment, actually questioning, is that true, what somebody else says, and feeling into it? Because you can get taken down a whole rabbit hole and spend years, months, days, years, your whole lifetime doing what other people tell you to do. And the biggest thing is listening to yourself. So for me, when discernment really came in, when I started to recognize it more and more and more, there were times where it was there and I didn't listen to it. And it was self-abuse, betrayal. right? My body was like, it kept coming back at me because I wasn't listening, right? So where are you not listening to yourself? And how do you do that? Well, I'll tell you that when I did start getting more and more into the discernment, that's when like actually the Wish is Your Command book showed up for me, right? And that's something that if you're interested in, just shoot me a DM and we can chat about that, because it's who do you listen to, right? And the bottom line when you get down to it is you listen to yourself. You listen to your intuition. You listen to what is coming through for you, that's real for you, that you want to move, you want to play, you want to express, you want to share, right? And you get to do that. You get to stay in that joy and do all those things. And sometimes you might be, I'm just reading some of these comments coming through and they're making me laugh. So you might feel like that is some of those tools that you learned along the way, and that's perfectly fine. But it's where you're not allowing those to manage you, where you get up and you do the thing that you want to do and you let that joy just lead you through the day. And you follow that formula of just following joy without expectation, and whatever you bump into is what is in the way. And it's just so much simpler to be and live and stay in joy. So if there's anything that resonates with you there, I'd love to hear it. Reach out, send me a DM. If you're interested in that book, I do have access to allow you free copies to ebook and a training, and they are amazing, I'll tell you that. But aside from that, like, find yourself now in spaces and places that reflect and project your natural self-expression, not the spaces that you're told to be in, not what somebody else is telling you to do. Listen to you. It's the most important thing you can do. It's the fact that you are the source, that you are the God spark, and that's how it all gets done. All of us being our individual God sparks, just doing the things that are so much fun for us in the moment. That's what we're sharing with each other. And the only way you can do that is being authentically, fully you, and listening for those things that aren't you, and those things that are you, and discerning between the two, and just continually to play the game, to just be in it and enjoy it no matter how it's coming at you, because it's so much fun. And I've had such a blast stepping on here today and chatting with you guys, and I'm gonna do my best to come on as often as possible and share with you guys. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll chat soon.